I want to start off by saying this. Nothing I'm about to say is to discredit the Oklahoma City Thunder in any way, shape, or form. I am going to get to the Thunder in about 5 or 6 minutes. I want to start this off by solely focusing on the Denver Nuggets, who I think are selling this series. This could be an all time great series win for them against a team that nearly won 70 games, right? That nearly won 70 games, and the Nuggets fired their coach right before the playoffs started. They had a bunch of stuff going on all season where it's like, is this the end of the road? They're not the same, yada yada yada. And they positioned themselves to be able to overcome all of that and to take down a Goliath who dominated the NBA. And I can't help but just sit back and just say, like, how are they in this situation? And there's a lot of things we're going to point to. I'm going to be honest. I don't have a dog in the race or dog in a fight. I'm neutral. My team is in their own series. I enjoy being able to just watch basketball without having my team play and get all stressed and figure out what's going to happen. If we're going to close this game out, can we make a comeback? It's really nice to just sit back and watch good basketball. But when you have a star player like Nikola Jokic in these moments put on a performance like this, there's something in you as a fan that secretly kind of roots for him. It's just what it is. I believe a lot of people were probably watching that Knicks versus Celtics game, and when they were watching Tatum rain all those threes and do what he was doing, they probably was like, yeah, go Tatum. And I know ain't nobody a Celtics or a Knicks fan outside of, the actual fans in the fan base. The Knicks and Celtics, nobody likes those two teams. We're like this, the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Celtics. We're the teams everybody hates. But when you're watching that game, you're probably like, I hate the Celtics, but man, I hope to see Tatum continue to play at this level. Or it might be for Brunson. You might just be watching a Knicks game, and again, nobody wants to root for the Knicks outside of a Knicks fan, but you may just be seeing Brunson spaz and be like, I low-key want to see him keep doing this to pull off this crazy win. It's like that sometimes as a neutral basketball fan. So I'm watching this Nuggets game, and I'm like, wow. And then when Jokic hit that three, and y'all know what three I'm talking about, the only three the Nuggets hit in the fourth quarter tonight for the second straight game in this series, it was like, oh, yeah, he about to do it. He about to do it. 44, 15, and 5. 5 of 7 from 3 as a big. 7 of 25 from the field, 68% shooting. Didn't miss a single free throw after missing some crucial free throws in game 4. I was kind of pulling for him. And again, I watched this game, and I seen the result, and I seen where it was headed. And I'm like, man, it's crazy. It's crazy because this series potentially could be over. And again, we're going to talk about the Nuggets. We're going to talk about the Thunder in a minute. So I don't want anybody to think this is just like the Nuggets are just selling and the Thunder aren't doing anything to get these wins. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just watch some of these games and I say, what the fuck? You go into the fourth quarter of this game with an 8-point lead. You won every single quarter of this game besides the fourth. This is the second straight game where you shot 1 of 12 from 3 in the fourth quarter. In game 4 at home in the fourth quarter, out of a timeout, you had a 5-second violation. The bench gave them 8 points in game 4. The bench gave them 10 points tonight, right? Like in the last game, OKC's bench gave them 38 points on 8 of 18 shooting from 3 and made up for the lack of shooting that the starting lineup from the Oklahoma City Thunder gave them. You just look at some of the things with the Oklahoma City Thunder and you look at the Nuggets and you kind of, I don't want to say I feel bad for Jokic, but I'm like, damn, somebody help the brother out. Jamal Murray is trying. I'll give him that. But the Thunder are playing as a team right now. Isaiah Hartenstein, I felt like, was the hero of last game with the defense that he played on Jokic. Jokic shot 2 of 9 with being guarded by him, 22% for 9 minutes that he was guarded by Isaiah Hartenstein. You have to give him credit for that. And then tonight, this was the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander game that kind of felt very reminiscent to like a regular season game, a regular season performance. It ain't that crazy, a 40-point. He might not need that this series, but this is the 31-point game on 52% shooting, 6 of 6 at the free throw line. This sounds like a Shai game from the regular season. But Caruso is stepping up, hitting 3-point shots. He hit 3 threes tonight. Their bench gave them 13, 16, 20. They gave him 22 points. Not the 38 points, but again, enough. 22 points compared to what, 10? The bench is going to get outscored every single night. Lou Dort, who has not been on his typical A game, he gave them 3 threes in the fourth quarter. And I talked about, like, man, can Lou Dort be a guy that can knock down shots when it's high leverage, when it's when it's needed, when you know what I mean, when it's pressure 3-point percentage. I was saying I want to know what guys like Lou Dort. He answered my question flat out. You know what I mean? Answered my question flat out. Chet Holmgren gave them big buckets and things down the stretch. Isaiah Hardenstein was a monster. He had offensive rebounds. He had lobs. He was playing in the dunker spot, being able to rotate properly as soon as the defense shifted. And then J-Dub has not been having the shooting performances that he has want, but he hit the big one after Jokic hit that crazy three. And then I'd say all that to say I look at the Denver Nuggets, and I don't even need to look at the numbers. I could just go off what I saw in the game because it matches. Michael Porter Jr. is non-existent. This is a team game. Don't get me wrong. But you cannot look at the last two games and look at how close these games were going into the fourth quarter, which me and my guys on Numbers on the Board said that's what the Nuggets want. The Nuggets want these games to be close going into the clutch time because that's where they should be more favorable with the best player in the world, their two-man game with Murray and Jokic. You know what I mean? And feeling a lot more secure in what they're going to do down the stretch and a lot more reliable having the option of having Nikola Jokic. But it's hard to complete that or to accomplish those things in the clutch when Michael Porter Jr. is playing how he's playing. He's giving you this. He gave us the same shots or the same shooting line from the last game. Game 4 and Game 5 is legitimately identical for Michael Porter Jr. 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. In the last two games, he is shooting 2 of 14 and 0 of 10 from 3. Tonight, he didn't even get a free throw up. 2 points and a -6. And Aaron Gordon, who's been the hero all season, he couldn't make a shot from 3-point land either. He shot 1 of 5, but you kind of give him a little leeway because at least he's going to give you something defensively. At least he's going to, step up and take the shots or just be a lot more impactful in the game. He's going to give you something. Regardless of what his offense is, regardless of what his jump shot is, you're going to feel the presence of Aaron Gordon out there. He's going to take a defensive assignment. You know, he's going to crash the glass. He's going to set a good screen. He's going to make a smart play. He's going to do winning plays. It's just tough, and it's just again disappointing as a neutral fan watching the series. In my mind, this series could potentially be over. This could be a 4-2 series that is over, and the Nuggets are advancing to the Western Conference Finals. They had a stop in this game that was like a really big block. I forget who got the block or whatever. And then they come down, and Russell Westbrook is shooting a fast break three on the right wing, and he airballed. It's like, what are y'all doing? It's not winning basketball. Russell Westbrook 1 of 7 tonight, 0 of 3 from 3. What are you doing? They're making it so tough for Adelman. Adelman is like, do I play Russ, who can't throw a rock in water and sometimes can be erratic? Do I just keep Michael Porter Jr. in there and just hope that at some point he can make see one get through? And then everything was short tonight for Michael Porter Jr. Everything was short. Every single thing was at the tip of the rim, short. And then it's like you put in Russ, and again, we know the upsides and the downsides, and Christian Brown, who does a lot of good things, but he can't make a three either. It was just very disappointing. That fourth quarter that they had was atrocious. I feel for Jokic. I really do. In the fourth quarter, this team shot 5 of 21 from the field, 1 of 12 from 3. Again, newsflash, they shot 1 of 12 from 3 in the last game in the fourth quarter as well. This particular game, they decided to make all of their free throws. They left 5 points at the free throw line in game 4. And then you look at what the Thunder did. The Thunder gave you 55% from the field, 55% from 3. And was ready to respond in every single way, and you had guys step up. You really had, I am really impressed with Alex Caruso and just the impact he's been able to give them with his shot, because he wasn't able to really make shots all season long, but everybody was able and willing to step up. Aaron Wiggins hit a very big three-point shot when he was in the game. Can't talk enough about the shooting from Lou Dort. Got to give the Thunder credit, but I'm not going to lie, man. I watch a lot of these games with the last two, and I just feel like the Denver Nuggets are fumbling it. They're fumbling it, and it's an all-time fumble when I think about the season that they had, who the Thunder are, how hard it is to beat the Thunder. The Thunder ran through the NBA with ease. They was blowing everybody the fuck out. This is a team that had one overtime game this entire season, and you, for whatever reason, is doing a good job hanging with them outside of that Game 2 performance. You're doing a really good job. They bust y'all ass in game one. You found a way to come back and not only come back, but win the game on the road, steal home court advantage in the first game. And now it's just like, you won a game where Jokic shot probably is the worst he's ever shot in his playoff career. You still found a way to win. You overcame some of the struggles he had over the last few games. He finally figured some things out, and now it's just like it was for nothing. It was for nothing. And and again, there's 2 games left. One thing I figured out about the Nuggets is when everything seems like it's over or it's down, they find a way to respond. That was nice in the first round. The Thunder ain't the Clippers. The Thunder are not the Clippers. They're getting more confident. Shea is getting into his groove. And you have to expect these shots to start to turn around for them. Last 2 games, I feel like J-Dub, 2 of 13, 5 of 14. One of these games, he's going to be a little bit, more better. Man, what a team effort, though. What a team effort. It was exhausting to watch. The other series out east, switching gears, Cavaliers, man. And don't mind me, I'm tired. I've been working my ass off these playoffs with the linear show, which we record after the last playoff game on Monday, which was a West Coast game, which means we didn't get out of the studio till midnight. I didn't get home till like 12:20, just to wake up 8 hours later and go do numbers on the board today. YouTube content after that episode. Teed up tomorrow, which is a special episode, which is a lot more work than a usual episode. So I'm exhausted trying to do the YouTube stuff and keep y'all updated with my reaction videos. I got the Sun series. I got a lot going on. I haven't even got my draft lottery reaction has not even been made and put out because there's been so much going on. I'm tired, but I don't know what to think about the Cavaliers, bro. Like, Kenny asked us on numbers on the board. Should they come back with the same team? Should they make a trade? I was like, they can convince themselves to come back with the same team because they had some unfortunate injuries, right? Garland missed majority of this series or a lot of this series. And even today when he played in the last game, he didn't necessarily look healthy. Evan Mobley missed the game. DeAndre Hunter missed the game. It's tough. Donovan Mitchell hurt himself at the end of the series. Maybe you can convince yourself and say, hey, we ran into injuries. But I do watch the team and feel like I would love a better, bigger defensive wing, personally. I don't know who that is off the top of my mind. But, yeah, I would love that more than what they have now. And I think there's a way that they can make that happen. Who do they trade? Is it Darius Garland? Is it Jared Allen, who only played 4 minutes in the fourth quarter today? I don't know, but they need some big changes. This team, to me, in this game right here, in this one last game specifically, the last game of their season, it showed me something that I wasn't aware of with the Cavs. They are mentally weak. They are mentally weak. They started the game 31 of 19. They couldn't make any threes, but they drove the basketball. They were able to get to the free throw line. It was a really good start to a game for a team that had their season on the line at home. But the minute the Pacers, like most of the series, the minute the Pacers showed that they weren't going to give up or they weren't going to lay down for the Cavs to just walk all over them, the Cavs get shook. The Cavs get shook. You go rewatch some of this series, just bits and pieces and parts. Watch how the Cavs are when the Pacers say that, wait, no, we here. When the Pacers start off a game strong, or like today when the Pacers come in the second quarter and say, you know what, we didn't start off the game the way we wanted to, but it's still 3 more quarters. And we're going to punch back. The Cavs are like that big bully in school who ain't never, in this playoff series, who ain't never had anybody respond back. It's like a bully in school who's just bigger than everybody, and so they just think everybody's going to be scared and nobody's going to ever fight back. But then it's that one kid that decides they're going to stand up for themselves and hit back, and now the bully is like, oh, shit, like, I don't know how to fight. Like, you actually hit me back. I don't know what to do. That's how the Cavs felt in this series for me. Every single time the Pacers started off hot, like game 1 or like game 4, or in a game like today, game 5 to close it out, where the Cavaliers started off hot, the Pacers are like, we ain't going to fold. Not at all. Not at all. Even in game 2, it was like when things kind of got tough down the stretch because the Pacers are like, nah, this game ain't over. the Cavaliers couldn't inbound the ball. You know what I mean? Like, just couldn't get the offensive, not even offensive, couldn't get the defensive rebound at the free throw line that ultimately allowed Tyrese Halliburton to hit the game-winning shot. Like, they just folded. And you've seen a lot of this in this game. And even in the fourth quarter, how many free throws did they miss in the fourth quarter? Let me make sure I get this right. They missed 6 free throws. And I know a lot of them, 4 of them were Donovan Mitchell. But you missed 6 free throws in the fourth quarter. That tells me everything about a team. Tells me everything. And Donovan Mitchell made up for his 3 that he missed. Like, he made the 3, but still. It says a lot when a team has their season on the line in the fourth quarter. You go 6 of 12 at the free throw line. It says a lot of things when you come out and you set the tone for the game, but a team fights back and give you a little resistance, and the rest of the game just goes out of the window for you. They didn't win another quarter of this game. They won that first quarter, and then they gave up 66 points between the second and the third quarter, and that was it. That was it. They said, hey, they going to fight back. They ain't going to lay down. Oh, shit, we're done. That was it for them. So, well, again, what is that change going to be? I don't know. But the way that the NBA is going, and especially the Eastern Conference getting better and better, you can find any and every excuse in the book to excuse a 1-4 series loss. But you got to do some evaluating, some self-evaluating, man. You really have to. This team was disappointing. Again, once they went down 3-1, it wasn't even about winning the series anymore. It was about just showing fight. And you got, Darius Garland with all these quotables from the playoffs. Oh, we just going to go at Tyler Hero every time. We've been down 3-1. And again, I get it. I like Darius Garland. It ain't nothing, crazy. But at some point, you gotta be ready to hoop. All that talking is don't mean shit if you're not going to come out and do nothing. We got to get out of this thing in the NBA in this new age where you just talk, and you ain't got to back it up. Like, fuck that. Come hoop. Show some heart. Do something. Be effective. Talk all that shit, and then the Pacers, they like when they see you out there. Everything you were saying about Tyler Hero, they love that. I think Andrew Nembhard had like a big and one, or Tyrese Halliburton had a big and one on Darius Garland. They love that. That was big time in the fourth quarter when that happened. So, what are the changes? Don't know. It's going to be very interesting. At some point, I do think I want to kind of do like an off-season guide or off-season plan for all of these teams that's getting eliminated from the playoffs. I may have said that before. I got to figure out the right time, maybe next week or something, where the draft combine cloudness kind of settles out and we can move on into some other things. But we'll see. I'm exhausted, y'all. I'm going to go get some rest. I had to get this video out for y'all, though. Those are my real, raw, emotional thoughts. A lot of disappointment. Like a whole bunch. So I'm ready for tomorrow. Hope my Knicks can wrap up this series so we can get us some rest, as we potentially have to play the Pacers, who are about to get them some rest. So I'll see y'all. Till then, y'all be smooth, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.